Here I present to you my little land, Macondo, the most beautiful place in all of Colombia. I would say the birds there are whiter than snow, and the breeze from the ocean waves calm the soul. My house is near the sea. I'm 10 years old, and I live with my mom, Carmen Mercado, and my dad, Guillermo Palacios.
While my mom tidies up the house, I love to play soccer. Sometimes she joins me when she finishes her chores, but other times I have to play alone. When my dad comes home from work, he is usually very tired, and even though he can't always play with me, I wait for him with excitement. The last time I saw him, someone knocked at the door. Knock, knock, knock. Mom screamed loudly. Dad got up to open the door, and I, curious, followed him. At the entrance stood men dressed in green, armed with their faces painted. I got scared. My mom covered my eyes and hugged me tightly before taking me inside. Just as she closed the door, I heard the worst sound of my life. It was the sound of death, and it had come from my dad.
That was the last night I spent in my beloved homeland. In an instant, I lost my father, and the light in my mother's eye. I only remember screams, crossfire, people running in every direction. Suddenly, the flowers withered and turned into weeds. While all we could hear was the sounds of wood sinking into the mud. And while this was happening by the beach in another beautiful corner of Colombia, a woman with white hair, pale skin, a slender figure, wearing a brown skirt, orange blouse, and a white was carefully harvesting what she had worked so hard to grow.
In the distance, the roar of a motorcycle interrupted the peace. On it came a man with a cold, cruel look, more frightening than Cain himself. He stopped in front of her house and left a note. It wasn't a warning, it was a death sentence. It read, "Leave our land, you have 24 hours to gather what you can and you get out." In that moment, Remedio's life changed forever. She could only look up to the sky, her mind blank, like a sheet of paper waiting to be written on by fate. With a cup of coffee in her hands, she took a deep sip, as if she was drinking in memory of what her life had once been.
She walked out into the rain without knowing where she was going. The next day, Remedios, my family, our neighbors, and so many others began an uncertain journey. We left behind the land that had seen us grow. And arrived in a concrete jungle, a city with neither the warmth of our homes, nor the green of our mountains, nor the song of our birds, a place with more people, but less so. That night, in a strange and cold room, Remedios closed her eyes and let out a deep sigh, the kind that comes from the soul. When one remembers life that will never return, dream of the smell of coffee, the birds singing, and the ocean breeze.
Today is Monday. It's 5 a.m. I get up early to give my son the future that was taken from us. One day at a time, we face life with hope. I know we will make it. He will study, grow strong, and brave, and become a great lawyer, a defender of civil rights, who will fight for family that, if nothing changes, will still need someone who has not forgotten his root, his land, and the deep value of justice. And as we walk hand in hand, I understand that there is hope, that the rainbow comes after the storm, and beyond the clouds, the sky is always blue. Forced displacement in Colombia is not an exaggeration. In rural areas, it is a harsh reality that unfolds every second, drastically changing the lives and futures of countless people. The story of Fernando and Remedios could be that of any friend, sibling, or neighbor. It is time to stop being indifferent to this tragedy. As Martin Luther King so beautifully said, "What worries me is not the violence of the weak, but the silence of the good."